Let's hit Stockton Beach. Fort Scratchley. Had a bit of a peek and the gates are open. John, you actually can't really wander in there. This is our Anna Bay end. We're here on the other end. It gets just good morning, our final day in the Newcastle area, and we got up super early to get down to Stockton Beach. So we're just airing down, you can see at the moment. You have to buy a pass to access the beach, which can be done. There's two entries into the beach. We're at Anna Bay end, so at the BP you can pay for the entrance. It's $33 for a 3-day pass. That's the minimum you can have. You can have a year pass and other ones, but 3 days is plenty for us for $33. And they give you a map. There's a little permit that needs to sit on your dashboard, and then away you go. So it's going to be quite a warm day. That's why we wanted to get down here early. Now, we've been on the Facebook page of I got bogged at Stockton Beach and things like that, and there's some soft sand patches. We'll see how we go. We're airing down to about, I think, 15 psi, so that's around about the recommendation, they say. So anyway, beautiful morning. Let's hit Stockton Beach. And we're off Stockton Beach.
Not even on the beach, get pulled up by the rangers.
Yeah, the rangers.
No,
they were lovely. Just
lovely.
Gave us some tips.
Yeah.
Should be a lovely day for it, they said.
Yeah,
so
correct.
We'll see how it goes. Bunch of tours there. So you can do hired tours, 4-wheel drive tours.
Oh, that's the
yeah, they meet over there. There's a tour bus, looks like, in front of us as well. So we're definitely not alone as we hit the beach at 10:16 in the morning. So far so good. So far it's pretty wide, flat, hard sand. This is our Anna Bay end. We're here on the other end. It gets, just said that and went over a hump. Which is the northern part of the beach, which is a lot harder sand. They say southern part of the beach, that's where it gets a bit softer, and that's where the bulk of the dunes are. So beautiful. Beautiful so far. A few people sitting out on the beach, a couple of people fishing. So we'll see. We're trying to get to Tin City, which is about halfway along, which is about 10 k's along the beach. Because all up, I think it's about the 23k stretch. So we'll see if we can, how long it will take us to get to Tin City. say we're about 8 k's in from Anna Bay entry point, and it's about 11 k's to the next exit point. So we're getting up to the halfway mark. It's, I don't know, John, you're the driver. It seems pretty okay. Beach driving, pretty easy.
It is a bit soft, but sticking the tracks of others.
Yeah, we're down to 15 psi.
Yeah. Some doughy people there.
You can see some people have kind of
Cut it up a bit.
cut it all up in this part anyway. Yeah, there's a few more cars approaching us up this end, so, and people walking around, so it's getting a little bit busier now, or some activity. But we should be approaching Tin City very, very soon, so we'll keep a look out. Does it feel soft? Yeah.
Well, it is soft when you're not in the track.
Okay. The area was originally used in the 1890s to construct 2 tin sheds after shipwrecks were common back then. During the Great Depression, squatters built up to 36 shacks in the area, which became known as Tin City. The shacks were torn down during World War II to make way for Army Camp. So dead on 10 k's, there's a sign that said it. We hit Tin City, so there's a little parking bay that you access, and yeah, I think there's about just 10 of them left, 10 or 11, because a lot of them have become underground, or the sand has blown over them over years, and apparently they still need to continually dig them up and maintain them, otherwise they will disappear.
People still live in it.
And yeah, from what I hear, some people still live with them. Some of them are holiday shacks, some of them maybe not live in, so it just depends on people's situation. But from what we know, this was one of the spots where they filmed one of the Mad Max movie, for obvious reasons, just being in the desert in the tin. Oh, there's someone driving off now. John, you actually can't really wander in there. Can't really wander in there. John started wandering in. I'm pretty sure you can't just wander in, from what I've heard. Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. It's amazing how some people live out in the middle of a beach with limited access and in tin shacks. So we're moving on from Tin City, so this is where potentially
That's where they've stopped.
the sand could get a bit softer. There's also a shipwreck further down that apparently you can see on a bit of a lower tide, so we'll have a gander at that. But so far it's quite enjoyable. Hasn't taken as long as we thought, but won't speak too soon, because when you do, something might go wrong. But a lot of dragonflies. That's one thing we're noticing, like dragonfly city. So, which is a bit odd. But yeah, we'll keep on tripping on. It should be about the last 10 k's or so, and see what else we can find and see. getting more junior as we get to the southern point. That's for sure. What's it got? A trailer? He said he was all okay, so we didn't need to stop. Don't know what. He had a trailer full of crap on it.
Maybe he's cleaning up the beach.
Well, there is a bit of rubbish, I must
admit. Pretty rough waters out here, so there's going to get a lot of
debris. Yeah. So we did offer. He declined. He was all good, happy. Keep took it on.
In the sand.
Dune buggy tour. That'd be a bit of fun. We nearly did that.
We are dune bugging.
They go all on the dunes and sandboard down them. Right, we just pulled up where the Sygna Shipwreck can be seen in the water. I reckon we can see it. It's just the top of it because the tide is coming in. But it's right at the end before you have to go inland and drive into the dunes. See, it's just out there. Oh wait, here we go. Right behind me in the distance, you can actually see Newcastle. That's how close it is to Stockton Beach. Everything's so close around here. All right, we're going to head back and exit off this beach because we're pretty much at the end. Definitely the waters are a lot rougher down this end.
Yeah. More of a drop off, so if you weren't paying attention or drove too close to the beach, you could certainly, that's where the videos show them getting stuck near the water's edge. I don't know why you'd want to go down that edge. And you can see just up there near that fisherman, there's a sharp edge. I don't know why people would do that, but anyway. Just here, drops off too.
Drops off, yeah.
And current, we're about, what, 3 hours away from high tide.
Yeah. So if you're being a bit silly or not paying attention,
Yeah, see, it drops here.
or you don't have the right tyre pressures, then you could be in a bit of strife. But we've been good. service lane entry exit, which is in the southern point. So we are now officially exiting Stockton Beach. So after all that, got off, Stockton Beach, done and dusted. Our thoughts? It didn't take as long as we thought it would be. That was about an hour, and we did stop at Tin City. Took some photos, stopped at different points for photos. We also stopped at the shipwreck. And we went from end to end as well. So, like, we probably thought we'd be going over more dunes, and we know there's a little recreation area where you can muck around, but we actually thought part of the going from one end to the other was actually going on a bit of the dunes and even behind at the back end. Yeah. But it didn't seem to be the case.
No, just 20 odd k's a beach, but that's okay.
20 odd k's a beach, yep. Probably great for fishing. Good to see Tin City for something different and unique. That you
fishermen there. Yeah. A couple of park rangers cleaning up and doing stuff.
I think we're very blessed in South Australia that we have some lovely beaches to drive on or to park up and look at. Like, we've done Robe and Beachport, which we expected this to be kind of like that, going in and out of different nooks and
Peninsula National Park, Coffin Bay National Park.
Yeah, Whalers Way was pretty cool.
Whalers Way, yeah.
So we'd rank them a bit higher than Stockton Beach in our opinion. But if you're after beach to drive on in the area, Tin City's something you need to see.
Pretty straightforward.
$33. Yeah. Now,
softish sort of sand.
Yeah. 18 psi worked for us.
15.
Oh, 15 psi. Sorry, worked for us. All right. Now, on our way, when we came here a couple of days ago, we're heading to, where was that place?
Port Stephens.
Out to Port Stephens, yes. And we noticed a big area called Fighter World. So we've decided to stop off and have a look. So this is a museum, Aviation Heritage Centre they call it. And it's $20 I think per adult. So we'll go in and have a look. Danger zone. So we've arrived at Stockton, which is a little peninsula area township just on the other side of where we were yesterday, Nobby's Lighthouse. So Sorry? What'd you say, Dom? Oh yeah. So this is called, it says Oyster Bank if you look at Google Maps. And along here there is a shipwreck that literally is perched up on the breakwater rocks. So we thought that'd be pretty cool to come and have a look. It is a bit windy. I was going to try and put the drone up, but it is a bit of breeze. We'll see how we go. But very warm. But we are going to see an actual shipwreck now. We're just looking across there. Where is it? That was Stockton Beach, so that's where we were. That's where we were this morning. Turn around here. That's where we were yesterday. Walked out to Nobby's lighthouse. And
the pubs are over there, that big shed.
Yeah. I can't see it in here. But over there is the fort where we're going to go next. So everything's just scattered in bits and pieces. But we're nearly here. It's not as long as the walk yesterday out to Nobby's lighthouse. It's only, they say it's about 1 kilometre one way, so 2k return. And very easy walk. And very pleasant. So you just walk out to this little platform and you can actually see it, basically nearly walk underneath it there. So that's really cool. This boat was only 2 years old when it crashed. People down there fishing. Yes, so how cool. Along the walkway there are a bunch of plaques with all the shipwrecks and a bit about them, so that's quite useful as well. So there you go, a shipwreck right down there. And a boat is beating us back to shore. That flight went by pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know what they be. Not 10 knots or something? 5 knots?
Pick up the pace.
Hustle.
Right, at the very start of the walk there's a huge plaque, 9 shipwrecks along the Oyster Bank during the 19th and 20th centuries. So very dangerous, and that's nice. So you see the 9 plaques scattered probably where they actually became shipwrecked. So very cool. We head to our next destination, which is Fort Scratchley. Right, take two. We are here on a Wednesday, Fort Scratchley. Had a bit of a peek and the gates are open. Yep. Oh, John needs to go to the toilet. He's been holding off in the last half an hour. Let's hope there's toilets in here. So, yay, the gates are open. Let's go in.
Not the lavatory. I just went to the lavatory.
How do you feel now? You're relieved. Woohoo! As soon as the welcoming person said toilets are that way, John bolted.
You know, you go hold and bust for a piss and you can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Peeing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
On the toilet.
Just need to go to the toilet.
There were no accidental discharges at Fort Scratchley. The laboratory fell into disuse after the Mark 7 6-inch guns were installed in 1911.
Now that's a view. Fort Scratchley was built on the headland of Newcastle East in 1882 to defend Newcastle against a possible Russian attack. This fort was the only fort in Australia to return enemy fire. The guns at Fort Scratchley returned enemy fire at a Japanese submarine in the early hours of June 8, 1942. The attack lasted less than 30 minutes and came days after a Japanese attack on Sydney Harbour. The 4 rounds fired from Fort Scratchley didn't hit the enemy submarine but came close, sending the Japanese on its way. Today, Fort Scratchley is now open as a museum that's free to enter. This has been our car park at the hotel for the last 3 days, and we're going really slow, but it's like a basketball court and it just squeaks.
And it's tight as you can. Absolutely.
Tight as. There you go, you see this? Go again. Oh, I think we're done for the day.
Can oath.
All right, back at our car park doing spilly wheelies. That Fort Scratchley, free entry. There are paid tours to go on the tunnels, but we didn't.
And they didn't have any.
They didn't have any on the day we went, or it was
shut
too late.
yesterday altogether, and
But-
no tunnel tours on Wednesday.
Amazing place. It's the view is awesome for obvious reasons, but like just the information, the plaques, the set out, They were very helpful, the volunteers. That was a really top spot and free. Another free goodie. Singleton Museum was free and that was good too, so was this one. We need to lay down and relax. We're done for the day.